Suswagatam. Jnana Yoga, one of the four streams of yoga as postulated by Swami Vivekananda. Earlier to that, in our parampara, we had the Jnana, Bhakti, Karma and Yoga. Yoga meant Patanjali Yoga. But Swami Vivekananda said that all these lead to the same goal, therefore everything should be a yoga. Therefore he called Jnana as Jnana Yoga, Karma as Karma Yoga, Bhakti is Bhakti Yoga. And what about yoga? He called it as Raja Yoga, the king among yogas. So what have we found in the various texts of these streams of yoga? For Jnana Yoga we have Prasthanatraya, Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita and Brahma Sutras, all this. That form the three streams of texts for the Jnana Yoga. Then for Bhakti we have the Narada Bhakti Sutras. Then for Yoga we have the Patanjali Yoga. For Karma Yoga, there were no texts. Therefore, Swami Harshanandi Maharaj, the president of Ramakrishna Mission in Bangalore, he wrote a beautiful thing on Karma Yoga, Sutra Shatakam. These four have been already now documented and we have the textbooks for that. They are called the Shastras. And Swami Vivekananda put all these four streams and said, these are the four main things from where you can reach the highest. In Jnana Yoga, we work with the intellect, the power of analysis, which is akin to modern science. Jnana Yoga is akin to science. Then Raja Yoga or Patanjali Yoga is the path of willpower. You use the willpower. In Bhakti, you use your emotional faculty. In Karma Yoga, you convert every action into a yoga. So you can choose any one of them, or two of them, or three of them, or all of these. And what is the goal? He said, be free. Do it by work or worship, philosophy or psychic control. By one, two, or three, or all of these, and be free, he said. So the goal of all these streams of yoga is moksha. Moksha means absolute freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from all our tensions and stresses. Freedom from all our diseases. Freedom from all our bondages. What are the bondages we have? The bondage of the mind. What is it? Since we get up in the morning, mind goes on thinking and thinking and thinking. You tell the mind, come on, sit, be quiet, it doesn't care. What is the bondage of the emotions? You are tossed up and down in emotional upsurges, excitements, depressions, anger, greed, jealousy, hatred, infatuation, arrogance, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, pada, matsarya, emotional imbalances, stable. What is the bondage of the intellect? Wrong knowledge, perverted knowledge, lack of knowledge, or the ajnana, vidya. And finally, what is the bondage of this body? You have to take care of the body, you have to take the food, you have to take the drinks, and you have to maintain, and you cannot increase the size of the body. Little bit you can all. You cannot make it very thin, do a little bit, but not to the extent that you want. And it is bound by the law of gravitation, and it is bound by the law of birth and death. All these are the bondages. And moksha means free from all these bondages. That's called moksha. That state is a state of infinite happiness, infinite bliss. It is a state of infinite power. It is a state of infinite knowledge. And the yoga says that is our original state. Patanjali called it the Swarupa. In Vedanta it is called Moksha, Brahma Nirvana. different words are used. In modern science, you can say the state of perfection, the state of absolute, pure consciousness, we can call. That is the goal. Is it ever possible that you can reach all this highest state? Did anybody reach that state? Yes, we have some great masters. Hanuman belongs to that category. Is the Bhakta, Gnani, Kama Yogi, everywhere. And what he developed, all the time he was immersed in that Ramana, Rome Ramana, as you know. What is the result of that? He had all the siddhis. That's why we chant every day, Hanuman Chalisa. Garima, Mahima, Garima, Prakamya, all these Ashta siddhis. He can make the body very small. He can make the body like a huge mountain. He had all the knowledge. And he had such power, such happiness all the time in blissful thing. That is the goal. Therefore, all these streams lead to the same goal. Among all these, our tradition says Jnana is the supreme. Jnana Yoga is the best. Jnana Yoga is the ultimate. And in our parampara said, Sarvam Jnane Parisamapyati. Everything has to ultimately come to Jnana. Whether you follow the yoga, whether you follow karma, whether you do the bhakti, everything should come to Jnana. Everything can come only Jnana, only through Jnana can lead to moksha. That is our parampara. But Swami Vivekananda's special contribution is not necessary. The Jnana can be embedded into each of these things and can take you to the highest. Through any one of these paths you can reach the same. By Karma Yoga alone you can reach the highest. Bhakti alone you can reach the highest. Or Raj Yoga alone you can reach the highest. That is the moksha. So the most comprehensive text of yoga is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita gives so many types of yoga, methods of yoga, techniques of yoga. 18 chapters. Every chapter is a yoga. The first chapter, Arjuna Vishala Yoga. Even the melancholy of Arjuna is also a yoga, is said. So, what we did was, we selected 18 verses from Bhagavad Gita and put them into these 4 streams. So, what we chanted today, 18 verses, depict the whole spectrum of Jnana Yoga. And having selected from different chapters, how did we arrange? You can see that. You can see sloka number 1 and 2, Introduction to Jnana Yoga, or more like a model thesis. Then sloka number 3 tells who are the people who are eligible to practice Jnana Yoga. If you want to join BSc, what is the eligibility? You must have a +2. So what is the eligibility to start practicing Jnana Yoga? Sloka number 3. Then what is the goal that you want to reach? That is the dimension superiority, sloka number 4 to 8, that is the moksha. Then 9. What are all the qualities of a Gnani? Have been depicted in 9. Then how do we grow? What are the tools for growth? What are the methods for growth? What are the techniques for growth? Described in sloka number 10 to 14. Then when you reach certain stage, how do you go to the higher dimension? Higher dimensions of Jnana Yoga contained in sloka number 15. And in sloka number 16, such a great master of Jnana, when he leaves the body, how does he die? What happens? How does he leave the body? Sloka number 16. When he leaves the body, when he dies, what happens to him? That is the last 2 slokas, 17 and 18. It has been put forth in this particular section. Then this is depicted in our schematic. In a nice schematic picture, you can see the whole spectrum of Jnana Yoga. So, what are the ways by which you start the Jnana Yoga? What are the eligibility criteria? Taditi Pradipadena Pariprashnena Sevaya, this said. You must have 3 qualities as a student. What is this thing? Pranipada, Pariprashna, Seva. Pranipada means what? You should be able to do Sashtanga Namaskar. Not merely physical thing. But mentally you should be able to surrender. You must have an open mind. That is what Nipata aspect. In modern science you say you must have an open mind. So if you don't have an open mind, if you already have a fixed idea, you cannot accept any other thing, then you will not grow. So in modern science you say that you must have an open mind to consider all the different things that come up. Simple example, somebody comes and says here, okay, this is a haunted house. There are big devils and pishatas here haunting around. How many of you say yes? How many of you say no? Both are wrong. Because according to science, you must have an open mind. You do not know what is Pishata, what is devil, what is Buddha, and whether it is here or not, you don't know. Therefore, what is to be done? We take a experiment. We try to find out what is Buddha, what is Pishata, and whether it exists or not. Do the experiment another. This is the scientific openness. If you say it doesn't have, wrong. If you say it is there, wrong. That means already have fixed thing. That's called openness of mind. This is the first step. So when Krishna Bhagavan is telling, Bhagavad Gita is telling, and different texts of yoga is telling some things, you should not simply accept, or nor you should be reject. You must have an open mind. Okay, we will consider. It is said that you don't have just a physical body, you have got 4 more bodies, they said. This physical body is called Annamaya Kosha. Then we have Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnana, Anandamaya Kosha. 4 more bodies everybody has, it is said. Outright if you say yes, you are wrong. If you say no, it cannot be, you are wrong. So what is to be done? You must consider, okay, we have an open mind, we try to do. So that is the first step. Then Pariprashna. Then you start asking question. How do you say that you have 4 bodies? You start questioning. That is Pariprashna. You must have the capacity to question. Whoever may be the person. In modern science, Einstein brought theory of relativity. Every people did not accept. Everybody start questioning. Just because Einstein, you are a great person, you are a Nobel laureate, we don't accept. We start asking questions. That is the spirit that you should have. So whatever has been told here, what has been written in the books, then you should question. It's called manana. First is hearing, getting that information by a book, by hearing a lecture, or seeing a video, or anything, and then you must start questioning. That is the pariprashna. You must have that capacity. If you don't ask questions, if you simply go ahead, then you are not a good student. Therefore, everybody should ask questions. So what I want is, everybody should write the questions that you have, write in a paper, and then give it to me. I will see that it is answered. So, when answers are given, then you are not satisfied. For example, there was a professor of chemistry. He was telling, you see, according to chemistry, hydrogen and oxygen will give you water. He said H2O. H is the hydrogen, O is the oxygen. If you have H2O equal to water. The student came and said, sir, how is it possible? I don't believe. I started questioning. How can hydrogen gas, oxygen gas will come together and form water, liquid? Oh no, I can't believe. But when teacher says, okay, do experiment. That is the third step called S-VYASA. So the student goes to the laboratory, brings hydrogen, brings oxygen, put them together, no water. He comes and tells, Professor, what you said is wrong, what I said is right. I put hydrogen, oxygen, and I get only gas, I don't get water. Then he said, how much of hydrogen you took? How much of oxygen you took? Did you take H2O correctly? Oh, I did not know this. So he goes there, measures accurately, he learns the art of measurement, and then puts them together. Then also no gas, no water. And Professor, again you are wrong. I put exactly 2 units of hydrogen, 1 unit of oxygen, but no water. How did you put them together? It is not mechanical mixing. You have to combine it electrolytically. Electrolytically means what? You did not tell me. Yes, you didn't ask me. Then what is to be done? You have a cathode, you have an anode, you must have certain voltage, you must have certain power, and you learn the whole dimension of electricity. What is the voltage, what is the current, what is the anode, what is the cathode, everything. And then both things set them together, put the hydrogen oxygen, then you get drops of water. So it's thrilled. What you said is right. That's called jnana, the result. This thing science. Same thing here also. So in Jnana Yoga, you must do the experiment and the result of the Nidhyasana is called Jnana, realization. So it's called self-realization. Realization of not just this body. You are having 4 more bodies. And how did the person do the experiment? A student goes to the teacher and teacher says, okay, go and find out, you're not just this body, you have 4 more bodies. So he says, how to find out? Oh, go and do tapas. Tapasa brahma vijignasasva tapo brahmeti. Go and do tapas, you'll get answers. Tapas. How to do tapas? How to do tapas? What is meant by tapas? He's looking at you. Then teacher says, oh, you want some hint, no? See, there's something within you because of which you are born. It is the same thing because of which you are sustained. You live because of that. And when you die, you go back to the same thing. Find out what that is. Yato imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayanti abhisamvishanti tad vijignasasva tad brahmeti. That's what you are. Find out what is that. Then he goes thinking, what is that? What is the time made out of? What is the time made out? What is it sustains me? He says, the same thing when I go back. Goes on thinking. Suddenly one day he gets a crash. Got it. Eureka of Archimedes. And he's jumping with joy. Oh, I am the matter principle, I am the Anna. Why? Look at the body. What is it made out of? Atoms, molecules, atoms. And what is it that sustains me? The food I eat. What is it? Again matter. When I die, what happens to this body? Goes back and becomes Bhasma. And again matter, molecules, atoms. So he jumps with all vigor and joy, running to the teacher. Sir, I got it, I found it. What did you find? Annadhyeva kalvimani bhutani jayante. The whole world, all my body of Prithvi is born out of this matter. Anne rajata nijivanti. The Anna which I eat sustains me. Annam prayanti abhisham vishanti. So you go back to the Anna, go back to the Bhasma. What do you say, sir? Am I right? And the teacher is very happy. Wonderful, my dear boy. Pats him on the back. But no, you have to go further. This one is the Bhasma. Go further. Tapasa brahma vijignasasva tapo brahmeti. It's been told in the Taittiriya Upanishad. How to conduct the experiment. Then he goes and thinking, I thought that this is all, I thought, but no, teacher says you have to go further. What is to be done? Then he goes on thinking. After a few days, and suddenly he thinks, 2 persons are lying down. One person is doing nice shavasana, another person is dead. What is the difference? Matter is there, Anna is there, both. Matter is there, molecules, atoms there in both. What is here special? Prano brahme divyajanat pranadhyeva kalvimani bhutani jayante pranena jatani jivanti pranam prayanti abhisamvishanti tad vijnaya punareva varunam pitarapapasasara adhihi bhagavo brahmeti. He goes back to his teacher. The name of the teacher is called Varuna. The name of the student is called Bhrigu. Bhrigu Maharshi goes to Varuna and says, sir, what I said earlier was wrong. Because I may have the body, if I don't have prana, how is it? Therefore, prana is Brahma, prana is the reality, prana is the ultimate. I am prana, I am not just this body. Very good, my dear. Wonderful. Go further. So teacher says, tapasa brahma vijignasasva. Do more tapas and find out. And he goes back, start thinking. Then maybe several months pass. Then he tells a person who had a big accident and he is lying down and he was admitted to Rimhas. In Rimhas, one of the big surgeon, he does surgery and brain surgery. He comes and tells all people, wonderful, surgery is successful. Everybody is happy. And he brought back to the ward. The ward, he's lying down, and 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 15 days over. They all go to Dr. Verma, the great surgeon, brain surgeon. Sir, you said successful surgery, but what's happening? Our son is not coming back. He's still in that stage. When is he going to come back? I said, it takes time. It may take 3 months, it may take 6 months, it may take even 9 months. We cannot say that. What's happening? The body is there. The prana is there. But what is missing? Mano Brahme Divyajanat. The mind. Mind is not there. Is in that state of coma. Then again the teacher says, go look for that. And the role of the teacher is always very simple. Okay, go and do this, go and do this. It's all the struggle that student has to do. You have to do and exercise yourself and do the experiment. So again he starts thinking, what is it? I thought mind. Mind is the ultimate. Maneve Manushyanam Karanam Bandhamuksayoho. It is the mind. That's most important. We all are made because of the mind. Because of that we are called Manava. And he says you have to go beyond that. What is that? What is that? Again he thinks of the Nimhas. And he says, he has been a person there. What? Speciality? Mad. And he has a mind. But he has become mad, hysterical, because neurotic. So, what is the problem with him? The mind has gone uncontrolled. We had one person here who came here. He was a very brilliant student. He was an engineering student. All through his thing, SSLC, PUC was first rank. First year engineering, second year, third year, first rank, top of the list. Then, fourth year something happened to him. He could not remember things. He started putting more and more time for reading, and still he was not able to remember things. Something weird happened. And in that examination, it was the worst thing that happened. He thoroughly failed. Single-digit marks. Imagine what happens to such a person. He was devastated almost. He goes to again in month and takes some medicine, and 1 month over, 2 months over, he's only sleepy and is not able to do anything. September exam is coming up and he has to take, but he is not able to take. Then somebody said, why don't you go to Dr. Nagaratna, our medical director? And that's how he ended up here in Prashanti Kutiram about 15 years back. And when he came here, then he was taking about 5 medicine, he was always sleepy and he was unable to remember anything. That was the condition. Day by day, he started improving by doing the yoga practice and other things. And within 15 days, he completely regained himself. He started remembering everything, started doing that, everything normal. And Dr. Nagaratna said, okay, come down, reduce your medication. He reduced, he stayed for 21 days. And he was taking only 1 tablet. He was going away. Then I asked him, please come here. You see, here you learn so many things in our Arogya. Morning you do the meditation, then you do asana, pranayama, mudra, bandha, special technique. So many things you learn here. Cyclic meditation, home meditation, bhajans. Which is the one that helped you most? He was cracking his head. Sir, I understood my mind. That helped me the most. Okay? What do you mean by understanding your mind? See, when I came here, I understood. My mind was very fast. It is running like a supersonic jet fighter. That was my problem, I understood. I said, what do you mean by that? Very fast is what? See, I was speaking the first sentence. Before I speak the second sentence, in my mind there are 1,000 thoughts. Such was the speed of the mind. Therefore, the second sentence I was speaking has no relation to the first. Logic has gone. That is the condition. Dr. Nagaratna gave a beautiful speech. And what is therefore? To slow down the mind. Manaprashanopaya yoga I learned. Therefore, day by day I started reducing. First day, second day, third day, started doing pranayama, started cyclic meditation, all things started reducing. Gradually, within 3 days, the number of thoughts reduced from 1,000 thoughts to only 10 thoughts. 5th day, I was able to get back to logic. mind became all right. And then Dr. told you can reduce the medication. I'm very confident I will go back and I will even stop this medication. He went back, stopped even that thing and told me, and in the examination he got back about 90% of the marks, and in the final year he got first rank. What was the problem? He had the mind. But what was the problem? Uncontrolled speed of the mind, ativega. Therefore, control of the mind. It's called Vijnana. Vijnanam Brahme Divyajana. So Guru understood the Vijnana, that's most important. I may have the mind, if the control is not there, then gone. So then he was almost sure, my teacher will endorse me. But teacher said, no, one more step. Find out from where the control of the mind, called the buddhi, the power of analysis comes for you. Find out the source. This time he went and on doing, mind is uncontrolled. He was sitting, the mind is wandering here and there, 1 month over, 2 months over, 6 months over, slowly he was getting little improvement, and maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, who knows, and he started getting control of the mind. He was able to see, one day he had a wonderful experience of wonderful happiness. Whole mind has become so silent, and Anando Brahme Divyajana. Then he understood it is the silence, it is the Ananda at the base of this thinking. From where the thoughts will come? From that silence. Then he stayed in the silence. Then here his father was thinking, what happened to my son? And my disciple has not come, already 4 years over. He starts something and he comes here and he is sitting there in the deep samadhi, beaming with a wonderful, blissful presence. Then he understood. Why did he not come back and tell his teacher? Each time earlier, he had a doubt whether I am right or not. But this time, when he transcended the mind, when he had no thought, he had no doubts. When you are in deep sleep, you can have doubts, you can have questions. Even in the dream, you can have questions. But when you go into deep sleep, you can have questions. That's why he did not have questions. That's what happens there. Vidyate hrudaya grantihi, chidyante samasamshayaha, kshiyante chasya karmani, tasmin drushte paravare, he said. When you read that, all your questions have vanished. And all your granthis are opened up. You are totally purified, you are in that state. And that is called the Anandamaya portion. So, this is the whole process of experimentation. Called the Nididhyasana leading to Jnana. What is Jnana? He understood? I am not that physical body. And just Pranamaya Kosha, the Manomaya Vijnana Anandamaya Kosha. He understood. And it says he had to go even beyond. Beyond all these koshas is a pure consciousness. They said. This is the way that he had to go in the Jnana Yoga. So what he had to do? He had to calm down the mind, silence the mind, tranquil the mind, all Satyam and Satyam. So let us try doing that. Sit straight with the eyes closed. Relax all parts of the body from toes to head. Beautiful smile on the face. Take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Start looking at the mind, the thoughts. Search from where the thoughts are coming. Go to the source of thoughts. One after another, the thoughts are coming and going. Slow down the thoughts. If the thoughts are not slowing down, slow down the breath. As the thoughts slow down, you can clearly see a thought comes and goes back. Another thought comes. Recognize the gap between the two thoughts. Thought, silence. Thought, silence.